This Could Get Dicey is a Dungeons & Dragons podcast about dudes being bros. What adventures will they get into? Only time will tell. Like the name suggests, this podcast could get dicey. Content warnings can be found in the episode description.
Welcome to This Could Get Dicey, a D&D podcast where a group of buds get to unwind from their 9-to-5s and step into the world of Drew Gala. My name is Destiny Nieto, I play Loomis Bjorn, and before things get a little too dicey, I'd just like to say it's a beautiful day to step out of your comfort zone.
Okay.
All right.
I got anxious the second you said that. What'd you do?
I signed up for an intro to DJing class.
Oh my god, that's so fucking sick, dude. Hell yes, dude.
What?
Where?
Yeah.
Like, are we talking?
How? Who
we talking like
that?
scratching? We talking mixing? What are we talking?
We're talking more mixing than scratching. Apparently, scratching is very difficult and a fine skill that only certain people
Not
have.
Intro.
Not intro, for sure. Not intro. Actually, I found about this place from an Instagram ad, and I was like, cool. That is very close to where I live, and I was like, I think I'm just gonna send it, and I did, and I cried a little and wanted to throw up, but then I went to the class and it was a lot of fun.
Oh, you've been to a class already?
I've been to one so far.
Hell yeah! Did you like it?
Yeah, it was really cool. And the whole organization that puts it on, it's all femme, gender non-conforming, non-binary people. So no boys allowed.
No boys.
Nice.
Which is really cool because there's not a lot of female, femme-presenting, non-binary DJs out there.
That's sick. That's sick.
And yet,
what was the...
Every DJ I know is a trans woman, so...
Like everyone that you know personally?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What kind of we talking like house, we talking deep house, we talking EDM. What were you working with? What were you dipping your toes into?
I was dipping my toes into just the equipment first.
Nice. Hell yeah.
We
Turn it on, plug it in.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to genres quite yet, but that is part of my homework, is to think about what type of DJ I would like to become.
I was like vicariously living so hard through you right now. This is super cool.
I can't wait for you to DJ Alex's birthday barbecue next weekend.
Oh no.
Yeah, a friend of mine just sent me a 30-minute mixie, like a house mix he just made, and I the whole time I'm like, he didn't like, these are tracks that he just mixed together, but I was just like, this is awesome. Very stoked for you.
Thanks.
Hi, my name is Alex Villarreal. I play Ellis Vindove, and it is a beautiful day to purchase a really nice new appliance.
Was it a Switch 2?
Is it the Switch 2?
No, it was not the Switch 2.
The Nintendo Switch 2. Did you wait in line at Best Buy?
It won't be that for a while, unfortunately.
New appliance
no.
in a rental apartment.
Is it a kitchen appliance?
No, it's more of a bathroom appliance.
A hairdryer.
No.
A bidet.
A bidet?
No, I wish. No, it was not a bidet.
You can do it.
Okay. No, it was I bought myself a new like a beard trimmer.
Oh, nice.
I've been using the same beard trimmer for like an embarrassingly long time, and it like sucks, and like I hate like I usually do like a big grooming day on like once a month just to like fix my face and stuff, and I hate it. I never really like enjoy it, and I never think it looks nice, and I was like, I should get this like new one. And modern technology for cutting hair on your face is and y'all, like I've used it twice already, and both times I'm like, oh my, like genuinely shocked. I have not had this close of a shave since I was like shaving with a razor.
Wait, what's the technology? Because I've had the same one for like 10 years as well.
Dog, I might like word of mouth wreck you this one. It is like it is an electric razor, and it shaves like a blade does. It like literally is down to the fucking skin, and it's just like genuinely very, very cool. And it's like a part of my life that I've had to deal with since I was 12 years old that I'm never really excited about to deal with. And lately I've just been really excited to deal with it. Can't wait to shave again.
Could you like laser off hair? Like
yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, laser hair removal is pretty popular.
It's very, very prominent. I would have to spend a lot of money.
To have it done on your face.
A lot of money.
Soon enough, hey bud, soon enough, we'll just be able to buy lasers and have them in our house.
You right?
Laser
soon enough.
Hair off.
The second DIY laser hair removal comes out, I'm first in line. Fuck the Switch 2.
Hello, I'm Kenny Chilton, and I play Emil Mazak, and it's a beautiful day to make yourself a nice little homemade affogato.
What's that?
It's
for the viewers at home, I know what it is.
Destiny, thank you so much for your bravery. Actually,
I was
stepping out of my comfort zone.
I thought he was gonna make some stupid like I forgot what to say. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
No, affogato is an Italian treat. That's like Italian ice cream with espresso.
Yes, I
saw
that
poured over
recently.
it.
Yes,
to where like it's really creamy and delicious.
Like a float.
That sounds really good.
It's kind of like Coke float is like the bastard child of affogato.
Is the Americanized version?
Yeah, it's the Western. I had a little bit of ice cream in a nice mason jar. I made some coffee. I poured it over it right before we started this.
So this is a bastardized affogato too.
This is like that's why I said a little DIY. Like
gelato, and they do this nice thing where they like scrape it into the cups and then they pour it into the middle and it melts really nicely. And this
was just my little ice cream and coffee to give me some energy here for this recording tonight. It was so good though.
That sounds really. I guess when I was younger, my mom used to like take leftover, like, because we would always have like a giant pot of coffee brewed at like all times. And when it was time to make a new pot, she would just take the old pot and dump it in a pitcher and put like a shit ton of like vanilla ice cream in there and like let it melt, and like that's our iced coffee for like in the fridge.
Fuck,
and I was just like, this is good as like,
a lot of sugar.
Large quantities. It was awesome.
When my mom used to work at Arby's, I would go there sometimes, and they had a soft serve machine for the like shakes or whatever. She would let me make these at the Arby's.
I bet they hit.
They were really good.
Hello, my name is Becky Schmader, and I'm the game master for This Could Get Dicey, and it's a beautiful day to finish a game? ?
Making.
I don't want to hear about it.
I know. I don't have anything else that I could talk about, but Kenny and Alex are also playing Blueprints, which is.
Did you already beat it?
I rolled credits on it, I guess.
Rolled credits. You didn't beat it then. There's like a lot more after that.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, like.
Spoilers.
The game is just question marks all over the place, you know.
The game is truly question marks.
It's like, yeah, I got my inheritance.
I told someone I was playing this game, and they said, "Oh, have you gotten to the end yet?" And I was like, "Do you mean like gotten to the last room? Because no way." And they were like, "Oh, okay. Well, that's not the end. Most of the game happens after that." I was like, "What are you talking about?
Oh my god!
I can't even get to the fucking room."
I can't even get to the fucking room.
I got to the room, and then and I was like, I have to stop for a second, because like you have to let the magic sit of like, I did that. Now there's going to be a whole other thing I need to do. Because obviously you all are starting to get the mystery. We don't want to spoil anything for our listeners at home, because you should play this game. But it's really just been a while since I feel like I've rolled credits on a game, maybe.
Facts, absolutely. And this is one of those games that like it's not like every time I play it, I'm not trying like I obviously want to succeed, but every time I feel myself inching closer and closer to whatever like the stopping point or ending point of this game is, like I find myself getting sad because I'm like this feels like such a like once in a generation, like I don't it just this game feels so magical to
That's
me.
kind of why
I don't want it to be over.
I haven't played it in a couple of days because rolling the credits, like obviously there's more, but at the same time it's also like, well, I achieved that and now I have to go find what the next goal is, kind of, you know, without giving. Because, you know, every day I would walk into the house and be like, today I'm going to go find this room specifically and figure out this specific puzzle, and that's it. But now I don't, now there's a lot. I got to go find the puzzles to solve the puzzles, to find the goal, to get to the goal.
The rush I get when I play this game of like discovery, anytime a new thing shows up in this game, which again, it's called Blueprints. Everyone should go play it. One time when I was a kid, one day at my house, mysteriously, a CD-ROM of the NCIS video game showed up at my house. And I was like, y'all, where did this NCIS video game come from? And this was like 2004. And everyone was like, I don't know. And I was like, okay, I'm putting it in the computer. I'm going to play it. And it was like, I felt like I was really discovering like clues. This game design was nowhere near where this game is. But 7-year-old me was like 10-year-old me. This was right after 9/11, so I was 10 years old. But 2002 was the year. I was like, "What the heck?" I'm gonna find this murderer. That excitement it makes me feel like I'm 10 years old again, and 9/11 just happened, and I'm figuring out clues. To this
the world is open
crime.
to Kenny Chilton.
That's
Anything
what this
can
game
happen.
makes me feel like. Everyone go play it.
I'm also just like really overwhelmed. There's so many game things happening right now, and I'm getting like just thinking about it. I'm like, I'm overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
I want to play Oblivion so bad, but I'm not gonna buy it yet. I can't. I can't buy it. But I want to play it so bad, and I will play it.
Claire Obscura Expedition 33 that just came out and is getting great reviews. The new stuff happening on Overwatch is great. There's Monster Hunter stuff that I'm missing out on right now. I still got my farm I need to manage on Farming Simulator, and there's still mysteries to solve in Blueprints. And I still haven't even touched Assassin's Creed. What
are we doing? Maybe you should start streaming again. That will help you feel motivated to play.
Well, no, that's not lack of playing. I clock out of work, I clock into Overwatch, okay? That's the new stuff in Overwatch is great. We'll talk about it later. But right now, who's ready to play some D&D? Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm ready. Taking a sip of my drink.
Convincing everybody. For those at home, it's been a couple weeks since we've recorded, so let's get to it.
I was waiting for Kitty to say something fucking funny. I thought he was going to make an agobado joke or whatever.
There's my little DJ scratching.
It's awful. You need to go to class.
I need to get in on this class. I'm a dude, so I can't go.
Facts.
Last we left off, our adventurers were in Vinzor's Varieties, continuing to catch up with Emil's family. The daughters of Emil and Kara learned more about their father's condition and accepted it in varying ways. The group then set off to go investigate the Valum Manor to see if they could uncover any information on Granick. Using various abilities such as invisibility, a bug spy, and disguise, the group managed to make their way onto the property and into the manor itself. Emil, you are in the alley with Helena, still using the bug goggles and trying to get your little bug to do your bidding. Ellis, you have returned to the exterior wall of the manor. I believe you might be returning to Emil, and I don't remember if you dropped your disguise or not. The last disguise, you were an old lady, I believe.
No, I was a pigeon.
It was a pigeon.
Oh, okay.
I'm a pigeon flying back to Emil right now.
Okay. And Loomis, we find you inside what appears to be Granick's room, looking to investigate more of his things.
Ellis just flies over to Emil and lands on top of his head and starts like pecking at like the dirt and bugs that are probably in his hair. I'm making a character choice for Emil. There's dirt and bugs in his hair.
Yeah, I'm getting a little more woodsy. a little more crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
I accept this. Ooh. I'm gonna try and have my bug get from the study area where he was. There was not much going on. Start making his way upstairs to find a bedroom where it looks like Granick might be sleeping.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. I think were you doing animal handling to try and
I
convince
had
your
rolled
bug?
one animal handling check, yes.
Okay, let's roll another one here as your bug's like, that's a big pile of wood that I gotta climb up as a bug. If that's what a staircase is.
Oof. That's a 2 for a total of 4. I am gonna let my little Volpana stone glow and re-roll it, if that's okay.
Okay.
Okay. That's a 3 for a total of 5. I say, come on, little bug, you are a match for your mountain. Get up these stairs.
That's a big mountain. I don't know about that, 'cause I'm just a little bug. I think I'd rather stay here. I don't know how to read, but maybe I would read a book.
Damn, man. Okay, well, enjoy. I'll see you in a little bit, 'cause I need the goggles back, okay?
Oh, okay.
I'll say to Loomis, the bug's done. He doesn't want to explore anymore. He's just reading books.
Oh, so there's a library.
You see it's found an open dictionary, and it's like reading from the dictionary.
Oh god, he's discovering.
A is for hard work.
Kill it.
No, don't kill it. I need the goggles. I need the goggles back. He's in the study. There's nothing in there. Don't worry about it. It's just a regular old study. It seems like it's a shared space, shared house. I don't know if we're going to find anything incriminating or telling, but I think it's worth maybe a check upstairs.
I am upstairs, I think. I'm in Granick's room.
What you got?
What do I have, Becky?
Now that you are inside what appears to be Granick's room, you can see that there is a trunk that has some clothes in it. Just from your observation of the room here, there's a trunk that has some clothes and books and papers sort of shuffled around inside of it, and then there is a desk that also has books and papers on it, and that is what you see before you at first glance. There's a bed and a dresser.
Cool. I would like to go to the desk area and ever so stealthily look through the books, the papers, not necessarily moving anything yet, but kind of, I guess, hovering over it just to see what I can read.
Okay, roll a investigation check.
17 plus 4.
With a 21, you see that the desk actually appears to have some sort of device to it, like a weight plate of some sort, that if you were to move something or lift something off of it, that perhaps an alarm would go off or something might happen.
Oh.
So you can see that from first glance. You also can see with your investigation that on the desk are some books of little note. There's a fiction about a pirate cruise adventure across the sea called To the Sea, a book on advanced financial mathematics, and a book on trade history between Aegea and Icerune. And then there appears to also be a ledger for the Valum Trade Company.
In the sending stone, I'll say to the other two, there's an assortment of books here. I don't think anything of note, but there does seem to be an alarm on the desk. I'm nervous to move anything in case something sets it off.
But this is why we trained with thieves' tools. You got this. You can disarm it.
Based on my investigation, you said it's kind of a weight mechanism potentially on this desk.
Yes.
I would like to climb on the desk.
Okay.
Myself.
Uh-huh.
And as I climb on it, not put my full weight, kind of do an maybe a handstand on it. I don't know what the length is from the desk to the ceiling. But essentially put more of my weight on the ceiling because I can stand on the ceiling.
Right.
But still put some weight on the desk and slowly move, I guess, anything that seems to be covering up something else, if that makes sense.
Sure. Let's roll acrobatics.
Easy. That's a 17 plus 8.
Okay.
Nice.
With a 25, you kind of do a handstand onto the ceiling, and you manage to balance your weight, kind of feeling, with probably like some yoga abilities, you're like feeling the weight of your body in different places, and you're dispersing it properly as you kind of lightly shuffle around the papers, and like really looking. There does not seem to be anything of note. There's, again, like the ledger, you can kind of gently open it and leaf through it, and it seems to just be trade between Theron to other cities. Nothing's going to like Ursa nor in this one. Like, it just seems like normal trade from the Valum Trading Company to different places outside of Theron. You're kind of, well, I guess go ahead and roll a insight check.
14 plus 2 for 16.
With a 16, you're kind of putting it together that this device is probably here as like some sort of failsafe of like, you all, have been on like Granick's trail a little bit, so he knows people are maybe like watching him and following him, and he knows not to maybe put important things here, but he knows that someone might still mess around with his stuff, so he put an alarm here, that kind of thing. So you're guessing at least nothing's going to be out here in the open from what you're gathering from what you're seeing here on the desk.
Gotcha. Is there any drawers or anything on near the desk?
There are drawers in the desk, yes.
Can I try to open them, and if they're locked, can I use my thieves' tools?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and roll a thieves' tool check. So, I never remember. Is it dexterity plus proficiency?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah. So it's a 5. You said plus my dexterity plus my proficiency bonus.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 5 plus 8.
Okay, 13.
13.
Okay, these are pretty straightforward, like very simple. I don't know if y'all's parents ever had like really old desks with locks in them, but you could pop those babies open so easily. So
it's like all the furniture in my house is old wooden furniture that has easy to pop locks.
You're just like, I don't have a key for this, but here's a different key, and that worked. So you're able to you pop any lock that is in existence, and you kind of shuffle through the drawers. There's no knowing that you're kind of looking out for these weight plates, you're not seeing any contraption like that in any of these, or any sort of alarm on the drawers themselves. And for the most part, like, there's kind of like some vials of like different spell casting components, so like little vials of like dust, or like diamond dust or clay or charcoal, like little kind of vials of that someone might grab and put in their component pouch. You see, a drawer that's kind of just filled with like random knickknacks, old pins, things like that. You do find a drawer that appears to have like some like speeches written out, like maybe speeches that he had given. You kind of like lightly look at them. Some of them are like addressing maybe like a company. Some of them are maybe addressing like the council for various like trade disputes and things like that. You find one that's maybe like the practice speech when he was going to make his like engagement announcement to the Ernoks and things like that. But overall, this just seems like kind of like a dumping ground for just random stuff that he has put here when he like visits town.
Gotcha. As I'm shifting through everything, I'm telling the other two of just like what I'm seeing. There's nothing really here of note. And then as I'm shifting, I'll make sure everything looks like it was left how I found it. And I want to make my way to his suitcase luggage.
Looking at his trunk, you can see that it's been kind of like shuffled around with different sort of, like some clothes are hanging out of it, tailored vests and pants. And go ahead and roll an investigation check.
14 plus 4 for 18.
With an 18, you can tell that there's no device here on the trunk, but you lift the kind of like books out of there and the clothes out of there. And getting to the bottom, you can see that there's like very large pouches of spellcasting components down at the bottom here. So you can infer that while people do know that he probably has like some level of magic, there's definitely some like lots more diamond dust down here. There's lots more like incense and charcoal, but much like larger quantities that like he's probably just like keeping here and grabbing in the morning to fill up his component pouch and like heading out.
In the sending stone, I'll tell the others, I don't think anything's here. I think it's just a place to sleep, put his stuff down. I can maybe take some of his magic components to maybe help us if it comes to it and he needs it later. I don't know if that's too obvious. If that's like
I'm afraid
flag.
of reciprocation. I don't want it to come back on my house. So if there's nothing of value, I think if you just scoop up the bug in my goggles and let's go see his lady friend.
Good.
Ellis the pigeon agrees.
Does he have to stay a pigeon?
I mean, what's he saying? He's saying he's stuck in this form and he needs true love's kiss.
Good. I pop out. Still on top of Emil's head, so I'm just like sitting on top of Emil now. And I go, if anybody wants to kiss me, they should just own up and say it. But no, yeah, let's get the fuck out. Loomis, get the fuck out of that house. Kill the bug on the way out. It's too smart. It knows too much.
Please, I need it.
Take it out.
I guess I sneakily leave the room and try to find the study to find this bug.
Sure. Let's have.
You're still invisible, though, correct?
Correct.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I'm still
Are
gonna
you
be
gonna
sneaky.
leave out through the chimney again, or are you gonna leave like through the house?
Let's make it fun. I'm gonna leave through the house.
Okay. Go ahead.
Wait, isn't the bug in the house?
The bug is in the house, yeah. But you could like leave through the chimney and like go out through like a window if you wanted to as well.
Nah, let's leave in the house.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a stealth check with advantage.
Easy. 13 plus 6, 19.
19. Okay. And then Emil, I don't know if you want to communicate to the bug where to meet or like tell it to go to the door.
What's it doing? What's it trying to do right now? Because I kind of want Loomis to sneak up on it.
It is further down the alphabet in the dictionary, and it's at the word alcove. I found the word alcove. I'm learning words here.
That's kind of where you live in me. I'm just going to distract it so Loomis can sneak up on it and grab it.
Okay. A is for alcove and aardvark, and I don't know other A words.
Kill the bug.
Loomis, get it.
Loomis, go ahead and roll a investigation check to see if you can find this study.
14 plus 4 for 18.
Okay.
I'm gonna save this dice. I'm just gonna hold on to her.
I think you remember where the bug was. I don't know if you were outside when the bug was dropped off at the windowsill.
I was the one who dropped it off.
Loomis put it there. Yeah.
Great. Then with your 18 plus your outside knowledge, you can suddenly, it's all the blueprints are coming clear to you as you make your way down the stairs. And as you're making your way down the stairs, there's a slight creak, and you think you hear the sound of the butler, like 4 rooms over, and then it goes away, and then you make your way down, and you find the study, and sure enough, there's a pill bug reading a dictionary in the study.
Was the dictionary already open? Did the pill bug somehow grab the dictionary?
It was open. It happened to be open on the A page.
Interesting. I guess as soon as I see it, I'm just gonna scoop it. And is there a chimney in this study?
Yes, why not?
Like one.
2 chimneys?
Oh, there's a lot of chimneys in this house. That's how people, central heating, chimneys.
like one solid fluid motion. I walk into the study. I grab this pill bug. I go up the chimney. I'm out the chimney. I'm walking on the side of the house.
Beautiful. You all reconvene together. Loomis effortlessly makes it across the lawn over the gate with the pill bug and is back at the alley with the other three of you.
Well, that was a waste of fucking time.
We never know. It makes sense. He's being careful now. But I think we gotta.
I flirted with those boys for nothing.
It's true. Well, I don't know. You got something out of it. You're staying fresh.
Well, now you have a disguise just in case you need to get closer to Granite.
That's true.
I'm here, Loomis. I'm here. I'm right beside you. I'm still invisible.
Yeah, I guess you just see a floating pill bug.
Get over here, little pillbug, and get back in your alcove. We're gonna talk about this later. Your disobedience.
A is for alcove.
I can't
Crush
stay
it
mad.
between your palms.
I can't stay mad at you. Slip it back into the little alcove at my shoulder and put an Emil May snack in there for him.
Oh, a berry. Thank you. Bugs love berries.
All right, so we going to the Ernok Estate now?
Yeah, I think so. Let's just stay ahead of him, or try to catch up to him, whichever one it is now. But yeah, I think we should just stay on our toes and head that way. We know how to get in and out of that house already. We know where the kitchens are. We know all the entrances, the exits. So this one should be, not easier. I'm guessing the security's tighter, but yeah, definitely worth a look. We're still scouting today, right? We're not like trying to pop anything off.
I mean, if the opportunity
No.
presents itself.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready. It's just
I part of me is I feel like we've just kind of wasted like a good hour scouting this house. I don't know. We'll just everybody stay in communication with each other. I can obviously polymorph back into anything and like fly around and shit. I still got spell slots to make people invisible. Amelia, you gonna do the bug thing again?
no, I'm gonna give the bug a rest. I think I might go in disguise for this one as well. Risk
Okay,
the scar.
great.
How long does the invisibility last?
Oh, fucking no, dude. Hold on. 1 hour, and you as I say that, I imagine the invisibility just runs out.
Probably.
That long.
Yeah.
But I can recast it again. I have juice to I can do it on the three of us one time, and I can do it on all four of us one time, but those are the last two of my like juicy spells. I wouldn't be able to cast so I would like to save one of those spell slots for polymorph just in case. So I think for now Helena should still kind of stay outside with her clunky ass.
Sounds good.
I will stay outside with my clunky ass.
Do we have a way to contact Helena?
No. We should really get another you would think we could just take one of the fucking 12 sending stones that we have and just Bluetooth pair it to the fucking 3 that we have. I don't know why you buy them in sets like this. It's so silly.
Yeah, I don't know, Helena. Just maybe Helena can take mine and we can stick together this time.
Oh my god, we could be 2 old women together.
Sure, yeah, we could, or we could try and be someone who belongs at the Ernok Estate.
That too. That's probably smarter. Oh my gosh, let's be the horse people.
Who?
Like we're back. We're back.
Oh god,
bitches.
the
The
assassins.
horse heads.
Oh,
The
no.
donkey?
Yeah, I don't even like referring to them as assassins. They were terrible at the like. They really did not. They were just horse people. And then I don't mind. I mean, like Loomis. Honestly, you being invisible and doing your own freaky little thing. Your best solo style for sure, for real. The rest of us just hold you back.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, I'll give my
Okay, that was an opportunity for you to be like, no, we all work together as a team really well. We all have our strengths.
I mean, yeah, that both can be true.
Thank you. I like that. I like hearing that. That feels good.
Let's go. I'm going to give my sending stone to Helena. And say, Ellis, you and I can just stick together. We'll figure out the disguise on the way.
This is Helena coming in on the sending stone.
Okay.
Over.
We're right next to you. Hi, Helena.
I'm not hearing anything through the sending stone.
Lewis takes
Helena.
out their sending stone.
I just like
Don't take out. I look at Lewis. Do not take out your sending stone. Damn it. We have to fucking work together.
How do I know it's working if you all will not call back in on?
I already
The
did. Helena,
sending stone.
I already did. I said hello. Hello. It's me.
Are you done
Can
with
you
your
hear me?
message? Over.
I'm not going to do this shit. Helena, I look at, I'm like sitting right next to Helena. I'm like, I'm not going to do this shit, Helena.
Okay. Off we go then.
Above the table. Who could we be from the ball? Or like who, like I could just straight up be, we could be mother-daughter. I could be Kytheria. You could be Lysith. But then we could run into the real ones and that'd be bad.
That's really bad.
What if you're the meat salesman Jim Bob, or what was his name?
Oh, yeah.
That you were.
Jimbo?
the head chef?
Jimbo.
Yes.
I think that was like
Jimbo.
a catering company, wasn't it?
I don't know. They're fancy. They probably cater. They have catering all the time.
I honestly think we could probably just be two inconspicuous people in like fucking maitre d' garb.
Let's do it. If that sounds good. We can be some of the serving staff. Say we're here for a special tea service
Yeah.
or whatever the fuck.
Great.
All right, we're going into the
This is
belly
all
of the
being left
beast
to
here,
the
though. I gotta say, so, I mean, like, Silas could be in there, right? Like, this is where we fought him.
That is where you last saw him too. Yes.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for episode 86 of our podcast, This Could Get Dicey. As always, it means the world that you're here. Thank you so much for spending time with us and taking time out of your busy life and schedule to listen to our show. And speaking of busy lives and schedule, quick programming update. We are going to be switching to a bi-weekly podcast. Only don't get too scared. Only for May, June, and July. So the episode that's out today is the first week of May. We're gonna skip next week, and then we're gonna have an episode the following week, and we're just gonna do that for the next couple months. We got some irons in the fire. We got some cool things cooking up. We're also just extremely busy people. So this is just gonna give us a little bit of time to recoup, and stockpile some episodes. That way we can hit up August, just business as usual. So we really, really appreciate you allowing us this like grace and time to just get our shit together. But other than that, I also want to send a super special thank you to our patrons. Thank you all so much for supporting the show in the way that you do. It means the world and allows our show to grow. And if you want to be a member of our Patreon, you can head on over to patreon.com/TCGDpod. You can pick a tier that works for you. Anything would be great. We even have a free tier, and in that free tier, you get our little video we make called This Did Get Dicey. It's just a short little 5-10 minute thing that we record at the end of every episode, just kind of debriefing, talking about what the fuck just went on. It's cool. You can see our faces. It's just more content. Other than that, you know the deal, y'all. Word of mouth. Tell a buddy, tell a friend, tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your siblings, tell your boss, tell whoever you think might enjoy this podcast about this podcast. It's an easy way to get more people in on the fun. And isn't it fun to share cool stuff with cool people, and then they come back to you, they're like, hey, I checked that thing out. It was really, really cool. So that would mean the world. Hit us up on our socials at TCGD Pod across the board. And yeah, again, thank y'all so much for being with us, sticking with us, and enjoy the rest of this episode.
Off you all go to the Ernok Estate. It's not very far from the Valum Manor, so you all get to be about a block or two away, and you find an alley if you all need to disguise yourselves or anything.
I think for surezies, let's cast invisibility on Loomis first, and let's send Loomis in there, and then Loomis can recon, and if we have an opportunity for the two of us to sneak in, we'll sneak in. Like, there's no point in all three of us going in there and Grannik's not
Love
fucking
it.
there. So if Loomis can sneak in and be like, hey, Granick is currently like napping. He has like his like pacifier and diaper on in his big bed. This is the perfect time to fucking slit his throat like the big nepo baby he is. Great. Then we can sneak. Then we can sneak in there. But everybody feel cool about that?
I love it.
Sounds good.
I will stand here in the alley.
Yes, that. I mean, also, yeah, that's not. Oh shit. Well, if I cast invisibility on Loomis now, that's concentration, and I won't be able to recast it. I could cast invisibility on all four of us now, but that gives us a crazy. No, we're just scouting. We're just trying to find fucking Granick. I second level spell slot, Loomis. Boom! You're invisible. Bye.
How far are we from?
You're about like a block away.
As soon as I go invisible, I just book it.
All right. As you sprint down the block, you get kind of better eyes on the Ernok Estate, and you can see it is not busy at all. I mean, I think I said it was like a Wednesday or something like that. It is like the middle of the week. There's no parties. It's not the Halloween Ball affair that you all saw last time with like carriages lined up out the gate. They do have a very tall brick fence that surrounds the outside with like iron spears on the top of it. There's a guardhouse at the main gate. The gate is shut. There are multiple guards there. There's guards kind of patrolling the grounds as well. And that is what you kind of see as you sprint up the road.
As I sprint up the road, I would like to essentially scale the fence wall, and then catapult myself over the spiky things above the fence.
Okay. Go ahead and do an acrobatics check.
16.
With a 16, you kind of sprint up the brick wall, do a somersault over the top of it, and land into the grassy lawn on the other side. Go ahead and roll a stealth check with advantage as you land here in the grass.
Uh, 17. 11 plus 6.
With a 17, you land softly enough in the grass that, it wasn't loud or anything, and you are within the grounds of the Ernok Estate.
I'm in the grounds.
Sick. You're doing great.
I would like to get on a paved way, if there is, so that you can't see footsteps in the grass.
Oh. Yeah, you scoot your way kind of along the fence line back to where like the main gate is, and it's a bit of a more like cobblestone driveway that goes up to the main house. So you make it there quietly, and now you are on the paved stones of the driveway.
Now that I'm on the paved stone, I'm not going to sprint because I don't want them to hear the clickety-clack of my shoes. So I want to quietly, stealthily walk along the track, or paved track, whatever, up to the main entrance, and as I'm doing this, I'm just like looking around to see what kind of personnel is around there, other than guards, clocking how many guards there are, but just to see, is there anyone else coming to and fro, walking around, just kind of get a scope of the land.
Sure. Go ahead and roll a investigation check since you're kind of looking more closely for people.
19 plus 4, 23.
Okay. Head on a swivel as you're stealthily making your way up the driveway. You can see that there are like pretty frequent patrols of guards around the exterior of the ground, so like along like the fence line. You can also see that there are guards like up by the main entrance. You also see that it seems to be kind of like groundskeeper day, so there are shrubbery by the front entrance that there's someone with like big hedge clippers that's like trimming those. There's some people like planting new flowers and sort of remulching the flower beds. There's someone who's out like kind of mowing the grass further down. in the like nearer to like the gardens area. So there seems to be like quite a few gardeners and groundskeepers like around right now.
Excellent. Do these gardeners and groundskeeper have a type of uniform? Are they just kind of in what you think plain gardening clothes are for this time period? Do they look like they're part of a company? You know, does it look like there's a ABC lawn service van outside? Like, what we talking here?
They don't appear to be part of any sort of company. You would guess more so that they like probably like live here on the estate somewhere in like the servants' quarters, or like they probably have like a groundskeeper's like home somewhere. They all seem to be kind of just wearing like overalls and random just like gardening clothes, so nothing, no uniforms.
Okay, as I'm continuing my way down this path, making sure I'm not near anyone in the sending stone, I'll say to the two.
It appears it's like upkeep day of sorts. There's a lot of gardeners, seeming like there's a lot of groundkeepers trimming things, mowing the lawn. I think that'd be a pretty decent way to get both of y'all in the sense of being a service member.
Okay, not bad. Pest control.
I like it.
I'm not fully in the estate yet. I'm still outside. I can wait till there's more. I can get more intel once I'm inside, but just kind of have that in your back pocket. Overalls seem to be the general vibe.
Really quick, while you're on the line, I was just reminding Ellis and Helena what I know about the Ernoks. And in Becky's voice, I'll say what I remember about the Ernoks, who they are, why they're important, and like, Kytheria is obviously his fiance, but like who these people are. I'm also trying to think like, is Kytheria someone who would be in on whatever's happening, or is she an innocent bystander? So I'm trying to like suss that out as well.
Kytheria is the daughter of Lysith Ernok. Reminder that Lysith Ernok is on the Venzor Council. She is sort of like a patron to the arts. That's kind of like her role within it. She's definitely like the cultural center of Venzor. Her daughter Kytheria is not on the council, but she is a patron as well to the citrine delegation. So she takes the money that the family earns and invests it back into the citrine delegation.
She's in the citrine delegation?
Yes.
Oh shit, I don't think I realized that. Okay.
This is new information. No one knew this until this moment, because I made it up 2 weeks ago. She goes to presentations frequently held there about like new and exciting developments and helps fund research projects. The family made their money from owning like trade companies, mostly, much like many people in the city. Despite Kytheria being part of like kind of funding of the citrine delegation, I mean that's a big organization that does like a lot of different things. It's not just kind of like evil robots creators or anything like that. You know people. Danielle Stravich is just like, that's a botanist. She does things with plants. Doesn't mean that they're doing anything like sketchy all the time with magic or anything. From what you know, like she seems like, you know, you've seen her before. You've been at parties with her before, things like that. You would never guess that she would have any sort of involvement with any sort of evil thing. So you feel pretty confident, I think, in that she's like a gentle soul who just like enjoys the sciences, has always been around like the arts with her mother. And so it's, you know, there's definitely like some sort of disconnect there between like Granik is doing evil things and yet his fiancée Kytheria maybe doesn't know or is really looking over this part of him. So
that's what you need to know about the Ernoks. I just pieced together this citrine delegation piece. Like Kytheria, I don't think she's caught up in all of this, but could still be a good bargaining chip for us if there's an opportunity.
Maybe you should do some window shopping. Climb on them walls.
Yeah, who's where? Who's where right now?
Azamil was giving us intel on the family. Loomis was still walking. Essentially would like to get up to the house instead of going through the front door. Will climb on the walls and start making their way and looking at all the windows.
As you make your way up to the house and start looking through all the windows, a lot of empty rooms. Again, it's not like a very busy day here. You see that there's like an artist in one room that's like painting the gardens out back, and that they're probably been like commissioned by Lysith to do so. You see, Lysith is in one room, and the lady of the estate here, and she is speaking to like a chef and trying to get stuff ready for dinner and figure out like what the courses are going to be. And you see that she's also like instructing the house managers to like get the dining room set. You can kind of see that the dining room that they're setting up it's not like a huge giant like banquet table. You can kind of piece together that there's going to be like a pretty average amount of table settings, probably this household, maybe a couple other people, so not like a huge ordeal or anything, but just like a dinner party or a nicer dinner maybe is happening tonight. That's all you kind of see in the through like the windows. You don't see Mr. Ernok, the mysterious man who exists somewhere, but go ahead and roll a perception check as you're kind of climbing all over the walls though of the exterior.
19 plus 2, 21.
Okay. As you're climbing all over the walls and looking through all the windows, you kind of get a better vantage point from where you're at on the house and kind of look across all the grounds, and you can see that out back in the gardens there's like a big rose garden, and it's a big like one that you would like walk around and look at everything, almost like a small botanical garden here is in their yard. You remember it when you all were watching like Elizabeth do the handoff. You see Granik and Kytheria are like walking around in the gardens back there.
As soon as I see them, I immediately, in the sending stone,
He's here. He's in the gardens.
Oh shit! What do we do? What are we doing?
I'm gonna get closer.
Yeah, get closer. Yeah, get closer and see if you can hear what they're talking about. Man, are we having flashbacks or what?
Hey, Ellis, let's go ahead and get closer. Let's get into gardener mode and get closer.
Fuck yes.
We'll start catching up, Loomis, but you go ahead.
Helena, you hold on to the sitting stone. If I call and I say fucking Mayday, red alert, black alert, crazy time, you bust in there like you've never busted into anywhere before, okay?
I understand completely.
I will Mask of Many Faces myself into a half-elven woman my size, long light brown hair, wearing overalls that kind of match the attire of the other gardeners. I have a spade in one hand and one of those tiny garden hose in the other hand. And I look at Emil, I go, okay, your turn.
I'll turn into a half-elf man, make myself look a little older and more seasoned, putting on the mask, that's cool disguise mask that I don't remember the name of and don't have written down. Put on the mask, do the Jim Carrey spin around thing, and then come out as this older half-elf man, weathered skin.
and go smoking.
Yes, exactly. and yeah, I have like shaggier hair, look like I've been outside for a while. My little jumpsuit.
The item is called the Changeling's Mask, for those who do not remember.
Oh, the Changeling's Mask. That makes a lot of sense.
Yes. Please roll a d8.
A 5.
You get a scar on your butt.
Oh, thank God. Ooh, jump
Dude,
up a little
nice.
bit.
The second funniest choice.
It's a cross, like a cross horizontally.
Across your whole butt?
Yep.
Across your
Wow.
cracks, and now you
exactly.
have like a
I have
cross.
a big cross.
Okay. He is risen.
Crosshairs. No. Okay. All right. Let's get over there. We gotta get in the gate, but I'm sure you can talk us through, right?
Yeah, but for the most part, just walk with purpose. Walk like walk like we've been here before. We're just
Absolutely.
late.
Let's do it.
You're going to the main gate?
Or I would head to the servants entrance.
Oh yeah, there was
gate.
a service entry on the side that Ellis had gone through before to
It was
get
like-
to the
it was like-
kitchens.
There was like the
Yeah.
main gate, and then there was like the side gate that like servants were going to.
Yes. Okay.
We'll go there.
You head on over to that side of the estate. There's still a couple guards there just monitoring all the entrances into the grounds. And so you are greeted at the servants' gate by two guards. Both are elven women in like gleaming armor. State your business.
Hello, I apologize. We are late for our shift for landscaping here at the Ernok Estate. My name is Rebecca Schmader.
Okay.
And I'm Bob. Bob Schmader. I'm her dad. And how are you guys' stocks looking?
Okay. All right.
Mine are good.
Go ahead and roll a deception check.
Both of us?
Yes.
That's pretty good. Mine's a 17.
25 deception.
You're late for your shift. I mean, who shows up to a gardening shift in the middle of the day? I mean, that's the worst time to show up to a gardening shift. I mean, that's just foolish of the two of you, but very well. Come on in, I guess. They open the gate and report into the groundskeeper and get your duties for the day.
Absolutely, yes. We apologize for our tardiness. And I don't really wait around. I'm not trying to make small talk. with
Yeah.
these
Yeah,
guards. I'm just walking straight in.
You all head into kind of like the servants' courtyard, and there's like some more tools there and things that you can grab if you want. But otherwise, you are in the grounds.
Lewis, we're fucking inside, dude. We fucking nailed it. We killed it so good.
Is there a pot, like a clay pot, an empty one?
Yes.
I'm gonna grab one,
There is.
fill it with soil, and stick my hand up as a root through the bottom of it and carry it around as if it's a plant. But have my twisted root out, ready to attack.
Oh. You
Nice.
could use it as like a club too. That's cool.
Yeah. Anyway, I have a potted plant to hand right now. Like I have my hand sticking up through the dirt.
You have that. We'll cut over to Loomis, who is so you were kind of like on top of like the top part of this estate, and they were a decent ways away in the gardens. Have you now approached them in the gardens?
Yeah. Before I fully approach them, as I'm still making my way down in the sending stone, because Ellis has the sending stone, right?
Yes, Ellis and Helena.
Ellis, how does this invisibility work? If I do something, will it drop?
If you fucking do any, if you, cast a spell, you hurt somebody, you can walk around and pick stuff up and put stuff down, but if you hit somebody or throw something at somebody or kick somebody or spit on somebody, the invisibility will drop. I can't do anything about that.
Okay, that's good to know.
Then Loomis will start to get closer. I don't want to get close enough where they could potentially hear my footsteps, but close enough where I can hear their conversation, if at all possible.
Roll a stealth check with advantage.
Sweet. 14 plus 6 for a dirty 20.
Nice.
You're able to get within sort of the grounds area, and you're able to kind of hide behind some topiaries and move along with them slowly, but at a decent ways away from them, so you can hear and kind of eavesdrop a little bit, but you're not able, they're not able to hear your footsteps necessarily. and go ahead and roll a perception check as you're trying to pick up on what they're talking about.
12 plus 2 for 14.
With a 14, you're not able to get like fully exactly what they're saying. Overall though, it's like a very sweet vibe between the two of them. They're kind of just like, this is very like Pride and Prejudice moment of, back in those days of just like courting each other in the gardens and walking around and that sort of thing. You do kind of make out a slight bit of conversation about when they're like planning to have the wedding, and it sounds like Granick is trying to push it off to like the spring, and that is kind of what you're able to pick up.
He's like, we're not having a wedding.
We're not gonna be fucking here anymore. But yes, that is what you most, and you sense disappointment from Kytheria about pushing off the wedding, but he's kind of like, oh, I have lots of business and I'm going to be traveling a lot. There's just not time, that kind of thing.
Am I far away enough where if I were to speak, they could potentially hear me or not hear me?
You would probably guess they would maybe be able to hear you, yeah.
Okay.
Although you do whisper when you talk, so I don't know.
Don't want to chance it. Are they just kind of strolling the garden? Are they headed inside? Are they just chilling in this garden? What's the vibes?
They seem to be strolling like outwards from the house, so they're like heading into the gardens kind of to stroll around in the gardens for a bit. Maybe there's a table somewhere in the gardens that has like tea ready for them, something like that.
I would like to stay where I'm at and then have them go a bit further along whatever path they're taking so that I can for sure like speak and them not hear me. So I guess a few minutes go by, and then in this, hopefully that they do not hear me, in the sending stone, I will say,
Emil was right. I don't think she knows anything about anything that he's up to. They're still chilling in the garden. I think they're going to be here for a while. I don't know what their destination is. They're talking about wedding stuff. This might be your opportunity.
As we've like strolled, like Emil and I have like just been walking the grounds. How many? Let's just like a rough head count. How many guards have we seen?
I'd say like stationed at the servants' gate there was 2 guards. Probably at the main gate, that's like the main gatehouse and guardhouse. So there's at least like 2 stationed actively. Maybe like 2 kind of coming in from patrol, 2 leaving patrol. So like when all the paths cross, there's probably like 6 there at any given time. So probably in total, you've probably seen like 12 guards, some stationed, some on patrol around the grounds. And that could be, it's a big like multi-acre estate, so they're not exactly like close to each other.
Are they the same guards we saw in Theron Hill, the ones that like we killed on the wagon, for example? Like, are they dressed the same?
No, these are dressed
Ernok
in
guards.
Ernok house guards.
These guys are probably innocent too.
The last time we fought Granick, we were in a closed office space, and we were beating the fucking shit out of him, and we had Helena there, and he still managed to teleport away. Now we're in his backyard, and there's, like, at least 12 other guards here. I'm trying to think of a way for us to kind of kill him real fucking fast,
or we can just... this is all as we're walking towards the back of the house. To the gardens, I mean. Or we can get to them, make up some lie that he's needed at the house, and then we can just try and talk to Kytheria.
What are we going to get out of our conversation with Kytheria?
It might be good for her to know that he's awful.
Do you think she's going to believe 2 to 3 strangers?
2 strangers?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not a stranger. If I show myself, I'm not a stranger to her. She knows who I am. We know each other.
But if you show yourself, you're implementing your like. I'm just saying, with every misstep we take, we are closer to shipping your kids to Ursa Nor or wherever, or to Mistfall or somewhere far away.
Yeah, that's a good point. But I don't know. It feels pointless to come here and not try and do something, make some change.
I mean, if he's out here, should we look inside?
Sure, we can do that too. I'm starting to feel for Kytheria. I've been talking about just using her, to get to Granick, but also she doesn't know what's going on. She's out here just planning a wedding. She has no idea what's in store.
That's crazy, because in the time that you presented your crazy kidnap argument, and I was like, whoa, dude, that's crazy. In that time, since we first talked about that, I'm just like, man, I don't give a shit anymore. I got 2 bombs, one for each of them.
Maybe we get Kytheria out of there and we just go for it so that there is no risk. Go for Granick,
I mean, I have my little flower of sleep. I could try to be like, Madam Kytheria of the household, please smell this fresh daisy. And then she goes to sleep and I'm like, what up, Granick, bitch?
I don't hate
We're
that
back.
either. That's great. I mean, then we just remove the threat for her altogether. We said no fighting today. We said we'd be home for dinner, but we're here. Let's do something.
It's either, okay, y'all, it's either this or we like fucking sneak back here at night and like blow the house up or some shit. But like that's probably gonna kill a lot of innocent people. Okay, let's just do a quick gut check. How do we feel about fighting Granick right now in his own backyard?
I'm ready to finish this.
Same.
That's 2. Don't matter what I say.
I know I'm in an alley not nearby, but I'm with whatever the majority rules.
He did teleport. He did teleport last time, so we gotta be careful with that this time.
I mean, we can teleport too.
Helena could probably for sure like at least wrangle some of these guards to like
cause a ruckus. Absolutely.
Cause a ruckus.
And then
I just worry about Helena. I don't.
It's true, but she can get out of anything. She's great. She's all buff and glowy.
You need not worry about me, Ellis. I can handle guards.
And if you could drop a silence
Over.
again and then keep yourself safe, Ellis, I mean, like try and keep out of the range, then we can prevent him from teleporting, and I can try and keep him here physically. Loomis and I, just beat up on him.
I mean, y'all, let's fucking. I would like to use these bombs, but also that's maybe not, I totally get it. That's maybe not the smartest idea.
There'll be room for bombs later too, I think. Don't worry.
Okay, fuck it. Who gives a shit about anything anymore? No matter what, we're gonna die. I pull out, like along the way, I want to like clip, some other flowers that I see, just like a random assortment, and I want to put the flower of sleep in there. And I'm like, yo, this is what we're gonna do. Well, sorry, this is just my plan. Emil and I, as gardeners, will be talking like, oh man, these flowers are so pretty, and then we'll take the bouquet to her and be like, a bouquet for you.
For the wedding. We can say it's for the wedding.
Oh, for the wedding. Like a choice of delicious smelling flowers from your garden. Ideally, she smells the thing, she passes out, and we just fucking baba booey.
Loomis, you can be ready to surprise attack.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, you can't hear. You can't hear me right now.
I mean, what?
Loomis, you can be ready to surprise attack.
Yeah, I'll be right there with y'all, probably right behind Granick.
Get in formation. Go.
I will take my little makeshift bouquet of flowers with the flower of sleep in there, and sort of like humbly, with Emil's old man Bob behind me, kind of just like put up my hand, and I'll say, "Hello, I'm sorry to interrupt. I have no idea if I should be speaking, but I picked this bouquet of flowers for the lady of the house, wondering if you might be interested in any of these choices for the wedding." And I just like humbly offer the bouquet to her.
Go ahead and just roll a charisma check here.
Sounds good.
Nothing persuasive or anything, just charisma.
That'll be a 16.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of come out of the gardens and approach the two of them and hand over the bouquet, and Kytheria looks at you as, "Oh, that's very thoughtful of you. Thank you so much. Aren't these beautiful, Granick? I suppose if we get married in the spring, we'll miss out on these flowers now, won't we?" And you could, sense a tinge of frustration But she carries them, and they like they're like heading towards like a table where there's like tea and little biscuits set out. And she picks up the bouquet and is going to give it she's gonna give it a nice little sniff.
Nice. Let's go.
I think she's like trying to do it in a dramatic way of like, Granick, these smell so beautiful. We'll be missing out on these fall flowers. As she gives like a big hearty sniff to it. So, what happens, Alex?
She needs to make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, or she falls asleep for 1d6 plus 1 round. The flower perishes after it has been heartily smelled.
Oh God, can we like do anything to make this harder for her? I don't know. Is there anything I can do?
I don't think there's anything we can do.
She is but a human, and she rolled a 9.
Okay.
Nice.
So she falls asleep for roll a d6. For how many rounds does she fall asleep for?
4 plus 1, 5 rounds.
5 rounds. So yeah, she takes a nice hearty sniff of these and like kind of like points them towards Granick to be like, they smell so beautiful, Granick. And as she's like holding them out, she just like collapses to the ground.
As I see her collapse into the sending stone, I go, Helena, ravioli, give me the formuoli. Let's do it. Loomis, it's go time.
I'll drop my disguise too and just say, I'll just drop it right there in front of him and say, I told you. Sorry, I'm not Bob anymore. I told you. In the Sending Stone, you couldn't run from this. We're here to finish the job. I'm just trying to draw his attention away from whatever Loomis is going to do.
As they're doing that, I have 50 feet of rope, and I just want to tie it around his neck I'm behind him and just strangle him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack roll, Loomis.
Okay.
Is this with advantage because it's surprise?
Potentially because it's also invisible?
Oh, it would be advantage because it's a surprise. Because you're invisible. That's all one sentence there. Okay.
Do I add my normal attack bonus?
I don't know.
Feels kind of unarmed strikey.
Yeah, I guess it would be kind of an unarmed strike, so.
Okay. 19 plus 7 for 26.
Fuck yeah. You're nickel and diming. You rolled a 19. That's very good.
We'll say that, he's not going to die from a surprise rope choke. However, we will say that he is,
super into it.
yeah, he's like, harder. We will say that he is restrained and temporarily silenced here as he's trying to resist, the rope, but he can't really speak very well. And we will stop there. As you all see Helena like vaulting over the fence in the far distance, and like the clatter of armor sprinting across, like 2 acres away from you all, but still you hear like the clatter of metal plates rattling as they sprint towards you, with Loomis revealed now, a rope around Granick's throat, Kytheria asleep on the ground for 5 rounds, and the 2 of you dropping your disguises.
Yep.
To reveal yourselves to Granick. We will end there.
Just a scouting mission.
Yeah.
It's always going to be this way.
This could get dicey.
All right. It was always going to be a violent mission, even though it was scouting. Thanks for joining us here in episode 86, everyone. If you didn't hear yet, for the summer, we're going to do bi-weekly, so every 2 weeks. So go follow us on socials, promote the show, catch up on the show, and then come back on May 21st for episode 87.